If you want to put in a little bit more work and do the insert as well as the transmission mount, I highly recommend it. It's going to make your car shift and feel and run amazing. All of these inserts and different modifications for these Audi Volkswagens that stiffen up all the bushings, yes, they are what makes the car drive really smooth and feel plush, but these inserts don't really necessarily add vibration, but they add stability and consistency in the feel, and they take out a lot of the play, and it makes it a much more responsive driving experience. For things we cover in this episode, I would highly recommend the insert as well as the mount, but worst case scenario, you could do the insert in a few minutes and feel a difference, and then you could take it to that next level and do the mount if you want to. Let's get into the process. This is a B9 platform transmission mount insert. I love how this thing feels. It's another billet piece. It does come with hardware and Loctite, which is nice that the 034 team puts this together. This eliminates slop in your transmissions, so your shifts will feel that much cleaner behind the wheel, and you'll really like it. Simple as that. This is a pretty straightforward install, not too bad. We're under the center of the car. We need to get this little cover off to get access to our transmission mount to do the mount swap and the insert. Looks like they're just plastic push pins. I almost broke this. It is like a regular push pin, but when it's pushed in, it looks like you would want to go here, but make sure you go in the middle. They're kind of hard to get to. I at least need to get it started. So let's try and use this hook with the 90. Oh yeah. This little pocket right here. Can't really get a good tool in. With this tool, I'm able to get in between and pull down and open this up without damaging the actual under tray shield. Having the right tools makes all the difference. Ow. This one is being stubborn. I'm gonna hit it with some WD-40. All right, so the hack is if one is being stubborn, hit it with some WD-40, then, I'm not gonna do it now, it's gonna set me up for failure later, but push it back up in, and it'll force that WD-40 all the way to the deep side of the push pin, and then when you go to pull it back out, it comes out easy because it's got WD-40 up in there. So that's one of the trays. I need to get this other one off. It looks like T25 everywhere. So you're gonna wanna put a floor jack or a pole jack underneath the transmission to hold it. So I have it on the drive shaft. We have 4 10mm bolts here I need to remove. These 2 triple squares, these are probably 10s. These bigger ones are probably 12. Let's just start removing things. There's 4 nuts, they're all 13. I'm gonna remove the triple squares that are holding the exhaust to this bracket. Easy to be broken loose by hand. Same with the big ones. So I want to get these exhaust hangers off first. Got my trusty exhaust hanger removal tool. I want to pull the exhaust down. Best tool ever. On the Amazon list in the description. Let's get this out of here. All 4 of the main bolts are all the same. Forgot one right here. One thing I'm noticing with the SQ5 versus the S4 is that this transmission mounting plate won't come out with the exhaust. So I can get to this one, so I'm gonna break it loose. And then I can get to the other one by just shimmying the bracket in a certain way. And then if I move the bracket, I can break that one. There's 4 you gotta get out. All right, so this rear corner one is hard, so I'm gonna try a wobble next. Okay, I got it on. Now, I gotta get this socket out of here. Got it out. Let's see if I can get it by hand. So you just gotta get this thing jammed way that way and way that way. Then I fit my ratchet in here barely. If you don't have the patience for anything, just get the insert. But if you want excellence and you want to do it once, do it right, put in a little extra work, that's how you get it done. Okay, I got the hard one out. Okay, now this part out of here. 13mm nut right here. Here's our factory mount we're gonna replace with the 034 street density. I went over to my bench and swapped this on. So we'll put these two plates back together, put the 13 back on. Then we're gonna slide this back up in here. I got this corner to come down quite a bit, and that opened up enough room to make that a lot easier. So I kind of have it relatively in place. Now I'm going to take the bigger bolts, just get them in place, but loose. Now I need to lower the transmission back down. 4 13mm nuts. If your transmission is not lowering, it's because the new street density motor mount, where the threads are, that's not coming through and it's hung up. I had to get a pick in there and like straighten it out, and then it let the transmission fall into place. So I'm gonna put my last 13 on. Now this is all connected. Now we can tighten our big T12 Torx. We have our insert. I got thread locker on those bolts. The new bolts are 6mm Allen head. We're gonna torque these to 20 Newton meters plus 90. Done. Now we need to get these exhaust brackets back on. Pull it down. I lubed it so it goes on easy. That slid right into place. Get these started by hand. Make sure they thread in right. Check them by hand. And just like that, we have a completed job. 034 insert and street density motor mount. This should feel really nice when we're wrapping the gears. Drive shaft angle looks good. Our covers are back on. We're ready to go rip. First drive together after the rear subframe inserts and transmission mount and insert. Do you notice it just rowing through the gears a little bit? But when you go off a red light when it turns green or you launch, you can really feel it because the rear end and the transmission and everything, you feel it just put power to the tires and the car hesitates less. And when you're under wide open throttle and it's really shifting really aggressively, whether you're doing it in manual or in auto, that transmission mount and insert make a world of a difference. The insert, let alone, the mount just gives it a nice plush feel, makes it feel like a new car. Traction control off. Makes a lot of really good noises now. This is not your average mom car. All day long. If you want to throw it in comfort, it'll drive like stock and you'd never know it's modified. No turbo noises or anything in comfort mode if you just drive it slow. Let's see if we can beat 5.1.
30. 60.
5.01.
All right, here goes nothing. I heard screeching on this one.
60.
4.68. That was a great launch. Last one we had was a 5.01 to a 4.68. We got some serious traction. Tires broke loose a little bit. Same conditions, same weather. I definitely exaggerated holding the boost to the very end, so that might have helped us too off the line. But this car rips compared to stock. With the tune, the intake, the inserts, and the transmission, it's just putting power down and making more boost and holding it longer. This thing is really quick. If you want to do a proper oil change on your B9 platform, I'm going to leave a video right here. We do engine flush, Ceratec treatment, and some nice new oil. And we have a little fancy way of getting the oil out of the engine to make it mess free. We'll see you over there.